Hola estudiantes míos. Today we are going to learn about noun-adjective agreement. Now, this is a really important concept for this class because it's a little bit different from what we do in English. So please make sure you're taking notes and paying attention and doing the practice activities that go along with this video. So let's talk about some things that we already know about noun-adjective that go along with noun-adjective agreement, I guess. First of all, we already know that nouns have to agree with the articles that come before them, like el chico and la maestra. Okay, so we know the difference between masculine and feminine. That's one of the things that will be helpful for noun-adjective agreement. Second of all, we know that nouns can be singular or plural. So we have el chico becoming los chicos when it's more than one, and la maestra becoming las maestras when it's more than one female teacher. Okay, so we know about gender and number already. All right, so let's talk about noun-adjective agreement. First of all, there are two really important rules that go along with noun-adjective agreement, and I want you to make sure that you write these down in your notes. All right, first of all, see how it says muy importante up at the top? That means it's very important and you should write it down. Okay, this isn't difficult, it's just important. All right, so number one, nouns and adjectives must agree in gender and number. When I say gender and number, when I'm talking about gender, I mean, is it masculine or feminine? And when I talk about number, I mean, is it singular or plural? We already know how to do this with nouns, as we just saw with like el chico and los chicos. That's gender and number right there, so you already know how to do that. When I have a noun and an adjective in a sentence, I need to make sure that the adjective also agrees with the gender of the noun. Like if I said, el chico es simpático, okay, because it's el chico, and that's masculine, I need to make the ending simpático. But if I change it to la chica, then I'm going to change the adjective to es simpática, okay, because this adjective must agree with the gender of the noun that it's describing. Nice describes girl here, so I'm going to use the feminine ending of the word nice. Los maestros son cómicos. Because I have a group of male teachers, or male and female teachers, I'm going to use the masculine plural ending here. Same thing if I changed it to unas mujeres son atléticas. Now, with this word mujeres, you should remember that that word means women, and because I'm talking about women, I need to use the feminine ending, which is atléticas, because athletic here is describing women, and so I need to use the feminine ending on the adjective atléticas. Okay, so that's rule number one. Please make sure that you've written that down. Next thing, important rule number two is, once again, muy importante. In Spanish, the noun goes before the adjective. This is the opposite of what we do in English. Let me show you what I mean. In English, we say something like, the tall boy is nice, okay? The tall boy, okay? And here my adjective is tall, my noun is boy, and then I have another adjective at the end of my sentence, nice, okay? But in Spanish, I have to flip-flop those two words, okay? It's still going to be the at the beginning, but then it's like I'm saying the boy tall instead of the tall boy. And it's just the order of the words that's different. So it's instead of el alto chico, it's el chico alto es simpático. Okay? Again, all of these agree. Masculine, 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 and singular. The short teacher is funny. Okay, another example. This is my adjective, noun, and then another adjective. All right, but in Spanish, I'm going to change it around so that the word teacher comes before the word short. So it's kind of like I'm saying the teacher short is funny. Okay, that's just how it works. La maestra baja es cómica. Okay, so again, my noun is coming before my adjective, which is the opposite of what we do in English. And that's just the thing that we have to practice and get used to. There's a couple more rules that go along with noun-adjective agreement that will be helpful for you to know. First of all, adjectives that end in E could be masculine or feminine. Okay, so if I was using the adjective grande, for example, which means big, I could say la pizza grande, or el refresco grande. Okay, so this is a feminine noun, this is a masculine noun, but the ending of that word grande is not going to change. It can be used with masculine or feminine nouns. The same kind of thing happens when my adjective ends in a consonant. Okay, if an adjective ends in a consonant, it can be used with a masculine or a feminine noun, like el chico joven or la chica joven. If I'm using the word young and it ends in a vowel there, it doesn't really matter, masculine or feminine, the ending is going to be the same no matter what. One more thing for this unit that you should know is that the word trabajador, for hardworking, becomes trabajadora when I am talking about a girl. Okay, so if I was going to say, for example, el maestro trabajador, if it was a female teacher that was hardworking, then it would be la maestra trabajadora. Okay, so this is a little bit different because I have to add the letter A after the consonant in order to make it feminine. Same thing if I was going to make this plural, this would become trabajadores, and that would become trabajadoras. Okay, so that's a little bit different from the rules that we've learned with making nouns and adjectives plural. Okay, so those are all of the sort of guidelines that we have for noun-adjective agreement. So let's do a little bit of practice. The first practice that we're going to do is I have some phrases here with adjectives at the end, and why don't you take a minute to pause the video and write these phrases down in your notes, and then I will go over them. Okay, so for the first part here, all right, I'm going to make this word agree with the noun that it's describing. So for the first one, I have el chico and then athletic. So I'm going to make that el chico atlético. Okay, because chico is masculine, so I don't really need to do anything. I'm just going to keep that as a masculine word as well. Number 2, las mujeres, and then I have the word smart. Okay, so since it's plural, the word mujeres is plural, and I also want to look at my article to remember that this is going to be, oh wait, sorry, I started doing a different one. This should be, because it's smart, it should be inteligentes. Now, I'm not going to change the gender of that word because inteligente ends in an E, and that could be used for masculine or feminine. Number 3, un hombre, and then I have good looking. So for that one, I am going to use guapo. Okay, because it's one man or a man who's good looking. Okay, so I'm going to keep it masculine. Number 4, las chicas, and then young. Okay, so for las chicas, I'm going to put jóvenes, J-O-V-E-N-E-S. Okay, las chicas is plural, and I'm going to add es onto the word joven to make it plural as well. The last one, number 5, una amiga, and then I have lazy. Okay, so I'm going to use the word perezosa, P-E-R-E-Z-O-S-A. Okay, because this is singular, a girl, and then it's a lazy girl. Okay, and it's just one, so I'm going to keep this feminine. All right, the second thing that we're going to do, I'm going to put a couple more practice like this on the video notes, so please make sure you look at those. There will be 5 more. The next part that we're going to do is a couple of sentences. Okay, I'm just going to do the first one with you, and then there's 2 more that I'd like you to do in your notes. The pretty girl is organized. Okay, so if you want to take a minute, pause the video and try it on your own. The pretty girl. All right, so the one thing I need to remember is that when I have this, I'm going to switch around my noun and my adjective in Spanish. Okay, so I'm going to start with la chica, because remember, I'm going to say like the girl pretty. La chica bonita es, and then I want to make sure my adjective agrees as well, so it's going to be organizada. All right, there's 2 more sentences there. Some boys are artistic and the funny teachers are hardworking. Please do those in your notes as well as the other 5 examples like this first activity at the top. If you have any questions, as always, you can send me an email. Adios y hasta luego.